Okay, ready to go.
Okay, right. Call the order the Lisbon Plan Commission meeting on February 25th, 2026 at 6:30. Roll call, please.
President Gerke,
Here.
Trustee Baum,
Here.
Inspector Ilhoffen,
Here.
Commissioner Eberly,
Here.
Commissioner Howard. Here. Commissioner McCormick,
Here.
Commissioner Lesser,
Here.
Planner Sumwalt,
Here.
and Clerk Capazzo to record the minutes. Administrator Green, Engineer Lysis, and Attorney Larson are absent and excused.
We had a public hearing, but that will be delayed and we anticipate them back next month, I assume, or we're not sure.
He has requested postponement to allow him to resubmit with more information. There were too many outstanding questions to make any kind of recommendation on it. So we do anticipate that coming, probably not for March, but likely for the April meeting. But we will send out new public hearing notices and mailings.
Sure. Is there anyone on Zoom for citizen comments?
There's no one on Zoom.
All right, and we'll move on to item 4, which is approval of the meeting minutes from December 3rd, 2025 and January 28th, 2026.
You should have all had a supplementary set of the January minutes sitting in your spots when you got in, because I noticed a typo this afternoon, so I corrected that, and the corrected version should be in front of you.
That was regarding the January?
Yep.
So you have another one for December here. That's the same as what was provided.
Yep. The December one was good to go. The January one, I neglected to enter a start time for the meeting. So figured that was important.
Are we, someone want to make a motion here?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Both or one of them?
Both.
Thank you. Sean, was that you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion unanimously carries. Item 5A is new business, which is discussion and necessary action on the request of Mike Swift of Crew Concrete for the approval of the site plan and plan of operation for a tenant concrete contractor facility to operate in Unit C of the multi-tenant building located at N70W25156 Indian Grass Lane, Lisbon tax key number 0225.999.004 in the M2 General Industrial Zoning District. Oren, you want to give us an overview?
Yes, I've got the aerial up of the property on the screen. This is, again, a site plan of operation. This is an M2 zoned property. The petitioner is Crew Concrete, Inc. They're looking to lease approximately 3,136 square feet, or which is Unit C within this building. The use is a concrete contractor facility. They're going to have an office and accessory storage for their equipment, vehicles, and supplies. The packet materials included some exhibits from the petitioner. The first was a picture of what their outdoor storage looks like. They've got palletized concrete forms that they can pick up and take to various job sites for the work that they conduct. They do have an area shown on Exhibit B of where they'd like that outdoor storage to be. If you look in the report under 3D, outdoor storage, I'm recommending the petitioner submit a revised Exhibit D that depicts the storage location being outside of the C1 district. The property has some environmental corridor area associated with Sussex Creek. There's some wetlands associated with that butt up to the edge of the parking area behind this business. And so we're just asking them to shift what they're showing as their storage area a little bit to the west to be outside of that C1 district. The petitioner isn't proposing any signage at this time, so we have our normal boilerplate condition that any business signage go through the normal sign approval process for the village. should they need any. But again, none is being proposed at this time. As far as the hours, they're proposing 7 to 4, Monday through Friday, closed Saturday, Sunday, and our normal 24/7 operating hours should they need to be there for any reason outside of normal business hours. The condition regarding the outdoor storage is under 1D. And I would be happy to help try to answer any other questions that the plan commission might have.
That's been a recurring issue over in that area with the storage going off into the environmental corridor and wetlands part.
Yeah, our condition says that if they move anything when they're moving their stuff, that also not go back into that.
I mean,
C1
there's
area.
been businesses, I don't remember which ones off the top of my head, that have actually used that, had stuffs all piled down in there, along there.
I remember that issue coming up when we were looking at a property kitty corner from this one. That has the outdoor stone for sale and display.
I think that this was years, a number of years ago, but it was, I think in the same building that we're talking about tonight. That's the one on the north side of the road, right? Correct?
It is,
Yeah,
and it's owned by the Tomasini
yeah, that was the building that
folks who
they,
own the building to the north of this, or to the, just up the road from this.
that they were storing stuff down, almost down to the creek. I don't know if that's still going on, but I just knew that was a recurring issue in the past.
It doesn't get down near the creek. There's a slope at the edge of their parking area,
Okay.
and it definitely is up to the edge of that slope. But the topographic break is there. I went out and looked at it.
And is the only thing they're looking to store outdoors are their pallets? Those,
Yeah, according to the petitioner, their vehicles that they use regularly would be stored in the unit. And as far as their parking situation, they have 3 spaces that are being dedicated to their use. They have a mechanic that might be there occasionally to work on their equipment. And when he comes, he can park in the unit, the petitioner said. So the plan commission should make a determination if the parking that's provided there is appropriate. I went by before the meeting, the parking lot's was not full at 4 o'clock or 4:30 whenever I was out there. The aerial photos that I've seen, it hasn't been full. And so there seems to be ample for their situation there.
So the people that own the building, do they own the land, through the wooded area to the creek? Is there a buffer zone or an easement, or what's?
The
what's
parcel
story
actually
there?
goes all the way to 164. And so, yeah, they own that whole,
So they actually own the land where the creek is in?
Yep.
Okay.
The 11-acre parcel is on the back of the stapled sheet. It's what's outlined in the red and white dotted line.
So is adding a fence to border that area to prevent them from pushing stuff into that area that we don't want them? Is that a requirement that we can ask for?
I would say that would be something the village should try to work with the property owner on. I don't know that this tenant has any say one way or another on what happens back there. I mean, for their purposes and for what we look at typically for these plan of operations, it will be screened from the view of the general public and the right of way. It's entirely behind the building, their little area. You really can't see it even when you're driving up Indian Grass.
But I wasn't thinking about a fence for
Just to
screening,
To
but
demarcate the edge of
yeah,
that
but
area.
it'll prevent them from pushing things into that wooded area and down the slope. I mean, even a chain link fence or something that would be behind there would prevent that from happening if that's been a recurring problem.
Well, that's the property owner though, not the applicant.
How much of a problem has it been? I mean, Sherry, this is in your neck of the woods and you're obviously most familiar with it.
I can't say how often it has happened. I remember it being an issue in the past and they said they would fix it and then they didn't and it went back and forth for a while. But like I said, that was a while ago.
To me, what it appeared from being out there is that there's some creep occurring where they will resurface the gravel in that back area, and as they're pushing that around, some more goes over the edge. And so eventually it's grown a little bit from where it probably was originally installed.
We're talking a foot or two every time they do that, and I mean, we're not talking
Sure.
20, 30 feet or something.
No, not 20, 30 feet. Yeah,
You're talking it's a hill that goes down too.
exactly.
So nobody's gonna store stuff back there on purpose.
That's the point, is that there was stuff that was being stored that was falling down in embankment. Like I said, it was a while ago.
Yeah, I
So
didn't.
whether that's still happening or not.
No, I
haven't
did
been back
not
there.
notice anything that was slipping down. Everything was on the level that was out there. But again, you could tell that when they redo that to freshen it up, that some of the added material is going over the edge, and that's probably caused it to creep a little bit, enough to show up when I did the aerial photo review of the site.
So the applicant is not here tonight, but you talked to them. They will be providing you with a new exhibit B.
They're okay with the conditions of approval that are recommended and are working on that revised exhibit B.
Ready for a motion? We can still have discussion after the motion.
I'll make a motion for approval as submitted, including the planner's comments.
Second.
Thanks. Joe made the motion, Rob seconded. Is there additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item 6 is the planner reports.
I think we've got one application.
The Alpine Hills CSM came in yesterday.
Yeah, okay, so two potential items for our next plan commission meeting, and then we'll also be having another discussion and a joint meeting with the sanitary committee regarding.
I just don't know if Alpine Hills is gonna be done with that Alpine CSM or not. They have not said.
No, I think just the CSM.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just expecting the CSM from the Alpine folks. The Alpine Hills subdivision project, they're going to first do a CSM to split off the parcel that they want to convey to the ski hill. So that doesn't have to be a part of their plat. You know, we had talked to them at a past planner appointment meeting about how to go about doing that. And that seems to be the option that they chose. Which is not too dissimilar from the Homestead Ridge project where they did a CSM to parcel off the land that the property that was there, we're going to retain for hunting purposes. So it'll be a 2-lot CSM, the piece they want to convey to Ausblick, and then the rest of the development that they'll end up coming forward in the future with a preliminary plat for.
Right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
I knew it was gonna be short.
Motion
Maybe that's-
carries unanimously at
If you
6:44.
Yep.
So
So they're gonna do a CSM.
Hang on.
Let's